Dude, it's so bad. It's so bad. You don't know what to feel when people are treating houses like 1990s Charizard Pokemon cards? It's a little rough. It's a little rough. And speaking of a little rough, speaking of being a little rough, I was linked this fun game before stream started, and I feel like this would be a game that you guys would be interested in playing as well. Put your hands together for this afternoon tea time TV special. It's Twitch or Terrorist. You have to figure out if the thing that is said was said by a Twitch streamer or a terrorist. Oh Lord. Oh no, this thing. Free pink cat. I need that pink cat bad, pink cat good rap. All right. Do we get bonus points if we guess Dan Clancy is followed or subscribed to them? I think he only follows thoughts, though. To be fair.
Skeleton.
The only question is if the ban will hit during the game or after. This is why when you play these games, you just say everything as deadpan as possible. October 7th was a retaliation in response to apartheid. I feel like a Twitch streamer would say that because do terrorists talk about apartheid in current year? This is definitely a Twitch streamer statement. Oh, I'm fucking so right, dude. And it is Hassan. It is.
10/7 wasn't an act of liberation. 10/7, October 7 was a retaliation for an ongoing apartheid. Okay?
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's it. It is out of sheer desperation and not because of like the unjustifiable anti-Semitic feelings that people have. We try to moralize.
Are all of the Twitch codes just gonna be Hassan? That's a good question.
Enemy combatants and militias.
What the fuck is a Janny dog doing down here? What the hell is that?
Frameworks like these guys are all, you know, they're living in Connecticut and they're going to school, and then like a girl at school tells them that you're unfuckable.
What is he even talking about? What just happened? What the heck? Okay, all right. America deserved 9/11. I can't disavow facts. Well, this is also obviously a Twitch streamer. That's obviously a Twitch streamer thing to say. Hassan's in the thumbnail.
Part of America deserved 9/11. I can't disavow facts, man.
Okay, it was a lady. It was a lady who said it.
Debate pervert talking about you. Yeah.
Debate pervert. As a lady denims? Yeah, I don't even know who that is. Hassan originally said America deserved it. Jesus Christ, man. See, when all four of these horsemen of anti-Semitism got banned off of Twitch, there was me. I was that fucking monkey, all right, okay? That fucking monkey that like does the shifty eyes back and forth because everybody was like, oh my god, it's so fucked up. The Frogan had on her donathon that she would make a 9/11 cake. And I'm over here like, man, I've made 9/11 cakes every single year, and I did one on stream last year. Mine wasn't because I was celebrating 9/11 or because I thought it was a good thing. In fact, it's a very bad thing, and I can't even watch the 9/11 fucking tapes. I can't watch the 911 operator recordings, dude. They are horrific. And this is the difference between when you know something is a joke and when someone is genuinely expressing hatred for a group of people. Because I didn't have anybody who got mad at me when I made my 9/11 cakes. And yet they banned Asmongold for saying less. Yeah, that is my biggest contention with what he said. is that, like, again, I understand from his perspective when he conflates, like, innocence with terrorists, he wants to apologize because that's his principled take and he's not doing it for the sake of the mob. But he says one thing and everything collapses around him, and yet all of these other people are just allowed to say these things on Twitch, and until we started kicking up a fuss about it, nobody really cared. Audio logs of traffic control being confused why the planes aren't responding is bone-chilling. Yeah, they are horrific things to listen to. And I feel like when you understand something, the jokes can be funnier. And I feel like there's a lot of people who weren't there for 9/11, who don't really understand quite how scary it was at the time. Hopefully the ADL intervenes and kills Twitch sponsorships. You're tired of getting... I saw that they were calling for Dan Clancy to step down. And I'm like, I wonder if they can accomplish that. It's like, oh no, the worst people you know are fighting. The ADL and Twitch. Who will I root for? I don't know. I'm just gonna watch the carnage. You can see why they get hazard pay. You used to work as a 911 operator? Jesus. Let's, what's the next question here? This is the Palestinian Holocaust happening. Well, this is a Twitch streamer thing to say. Are they just all gonna be Twitch streamers? Is that the gimmick here? Is this... Oh wait, this one doesn't have a proof. The other ones had clips. This one doesn't. This one doesn't have a clip or a screenshot. How upsetting. Israel has been bloodthirsty and acting bloodthirsty forever. I feel like the specific use of the word bloodthirsty would be more of a terrorist thing to say than a Twitch streamer. I think this is a terrorist. What? There's no proof clip again! Okay, no, it just took a second to load. Caroline Kwan? Who the fuck is that?
Israel has been bloodthirsty and you know, acting bloodthirsty forever. So it's not a matter of, it's not necessarily like Israel PR thinking that people can't read what they're saying. It's that they're so unbelievably bloodthirsty and they can't help themselves. Like, that is, I think, very telling. And
did she just say that Israelis can't help themselves from being bloodthirsty? Man, where have I heard this sort of racial rhetoric before? Where have I heard this? I like how her thing is called the Quan text. That's some like herstory kind of language. Oh man, so bloodthirsty. They've only been fighting defensive wars for 70 years. Wasn't Israel literally invaded within a month of being formed in 1947? I don't know when they first started getting invaded. You miss a pre-9/11 America before the forever conflicts, the Patriot Act? Same, dude. Same. That's kind of nuts that this was a Twitch streamer. The Israeli government cares more about bloody imperial ambition and conquest than they do about the livelihoods and the lives of their own citizens. All right, see, I would lean towards terrorist on this one as well because it sounds too eloquently put to be a Twitch streamer, right? Like, even if a Twitch streamer tries to imitate a terrorist, they're still gonna sound like their average IQ, right? Like, I sound retarded half the time I speak, right? So, I'm gonna have to go with terrorist on this one, man. I want to say Twitch streamer because, like, imperialism, but, like, you trying to imply that terrorists are high IQ? No, but it doesn't take much to be higher IQ than a Twitch streamer, okay? You guys think it's Twitch streamer? I think it's a terrorist. I'm wrong. What the fuck? What the fuck? Twitch streamers!
Concept. The Israeli government cares more about bloody imperial ambition and conquest than they do about the livelihoods and their lives of their own citizens. That's it.
What
that
the
was
fuck?
clear from October 7, when there were Palestinian
She
resistance.
called Hassan high IQ. You guys have to understand that when people give speeches, the more eloquent their speech sounds, the more people will believe what they say, regardless of whether what they say is wrong or right. Like, look at Obama. Obama had his speeches written very, very well, and he was able to cultivate fanatics, basically, right? Hitler is another person who was very, very good at giving speeches. So when I think about something that is put together in a sentence structure this way, I feel like less a Twitch streamer would talk in this manner, and more an actual terrorist would say these words, right? Why did it sound like Hassan was reading something? Maybe someone scripted this for him, and that's why it sounds this way. Maybe better to say higher EQ than IQ for people like these, since it deals with emotions. I definitely don't think that Twitch streamers or terrorists have high emotional quotient. I also feel like using that kind of language is giving credence to something that I don't believe is real. EQ is nonsense, yeah. Pickle. I get a feeling all of it is Twitch streamers. I hope not all of it is Twitch streamers, dude. What the fuck? Every single person with eyes to see can recognize what is the reality that is unfolding in Gaza and Lebanon. Every single day, Israel is killing hundreds of people, burning babies, burning teenagers with American muni- Oh, this is a Twitch streamer. That's simple. That's a Twitch streamer.
Every single person with eyes to see can recognize what is the reality that is unfolding.
It looks like
in
Hassan. I have no
Gaza
idea who's sitting
and
next to him,
in
though.
Lebanon. Every day, Israel is killing hundreds of people. Okay, burning.
They're all
babies,
just Hassan.
burning
But we had one
teenagers
woman at one point.
with American munitions.
Okay, all right. Relative peace for who? Relative peace for the Israelis that were living inside of the apartheid regime, sheltered from the victimhood, sheltered from the worst aspects of said apartheid regime, the violent ways in which it has to exist. Relative peace for them, October 7th, was the one instance where there was no peace, where that violence was actually distributed back inside of Israel. A violence born out of desperation, a violence born out of apartheid and permanent occupation. All right, chat. This is another one where I would have been like, this sounds like it comes from a PR team from a terrorist. This doesn't sound like it should be a Twitch streamer. Terrorists don't mention dates. That's a good point. Oh, fuck, dude. It's all just Hassan. With apartheid, you'd say Twitch. I'm Navy. I don't know if terrorists talk about apartheid. It mentions apartheid. It mentions October 7th as a date. I don't understand their living inside the regime, sheltered from the victimhood. I don't know what they mean. I'm gonna say Twitch. Fuck. Fuck. Why is it all Twitch streamers, chat?
Relative peace was shattered on October 7. Relative peace doing an unimaginable amount of weightlifting here. Relative peace for who? Relative peace for the Israelis that were living inside of the apartheid regime, sheltered from the victimhood, sheltered from the worst aspects of said apartheid regime, the violent ways in which it has to exist. Yeah, relative peace for them. October 7 was the one instance where there was no peace, where that violence was actually distributed back inside of Israel.
Is he just given like fucking terrorist PR briefings and then he reads them off? Like, what is happening? What is happening? Relative peace in general. The terrorists would use the Jews rather than Israelis. I don't even know if they would, right? What the fuck? The American people should remember that they pay taxes to their government, they elect their president, their government manufactures arms and gives them to Israel, and Israel uses them to massacre Palestinians. This sounds like a terrorist. I don't think this is a Twitch streamer. I I don't think that it would be phrased this. It's all it's not. This is a terrorist. Yeah, fuck you, chat. Yeah, fuck you, chat. It's Osama bin Laden. I won. I don't know if I like my prize, but I did it. The first actual terrorist. We did it. We found him. Oh my god. Wasn't he a streamer too? I don't think so. I don't think so. The streak has been broken. Ship. We bombed a ship. Well, I don't think Twitch streamers have bombed a ship, so this one's a terrorist. That one's too easy, all right? Yo, he's just like Luffy. What did they mean by that? Who is this? Oh, it's the Houthi guy that Hassan had on stream? Oh, okay. Oh, no. He's a streamer. Well, was now. Oh, did he get banned? That's not surprising. TikTok pirate kid. Peace cannot be unilateral. I feel like this one could go either way, right? I feel like either a terrorist or a Twitch streamer would say this. He got unbanned. What? No way a streamer uses that word. Unilateral? Like, ah! I'm going to give a little bit of benefit of the doubt here, and I'm gonna say it was a terrorist who said this. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Who is this? Hassan Nasrallah? I don't know who that is. Chat, who is Hassan Nasrallah? I don't know who that is. The head of Hezbollah. Okay, all right. He kind of looks like an AI person, don't he? Still Hassan. It's a different Hassan. Hassan Abi's alter ego. Jesus Christ. He sucked on a bomb. Oh, okay. All right, well, that makes sense. He got bombed. Whoever stands by a just cause cannot possibly be called a terrorist. This is some right side of history bullshit here. What is this commie gobbledygook? I really would like to say Twitch because it feels like somebody who has a massive ego would say this. But I think a terrorist would genuinely believe this, right? That's a tough one, yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go with terrorists. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Who the fuck is this? Yasser Arafat? I don't know who that is either, but he got a skin condition. He's also dead? Okay, all right. Well, most of the terrorists seem to be in the ground, thankfully. Now there's a name you haven't heard in a long time. It should be Hassan or terrorist. Jesus. Weebs and Gears. A Nasky holy goddess. They give the 5. Kirsch's batting 95 out of 100. I got a decent snifferer. We are against the American system, not against its people. Well, this is something a terrorist would say. I'm going to go a step further and say this is something that Osama bin Laden said. I have a feeling this is a bin Laden quote. I'm so fucking smart. I'm so fucking smart, chat. It's like my radar is in tuned for this, and that's why whenever I try dating, I just pick men who are felons, right? Kirsche Live, I click, I will go for terrorist. It's, you know, it's normal things. The evidence overwhelmingly shows America and Israel killing the weaker men, women, and children in the Muslim world and elsewhere. Okay, hold on. You can't say they're killing the weaker men. All right, like, what do you mean? Oh, our frail, feeble men could not possibly hold a candle to your large, Chad-like Israeli physique. Like, what did they mean by this? That sounds like a Hassan quote. Yeah, this definitely sounds like something a Twitch streamer would say. I'm gonna click on what? This was also a Bin Laden quote. Man spent too much time playing video games, clearly. America will never dream of security unless we will have it in reality in Palestine. Well, the use of "we" makes me think it's not a Twitch streamer. It makes me think it's a terrorist. That's what I'm feeling terrorist on this one. Oh, fuck it. Did Bin Laden talk about Palestine? Really? I don't remember him ever mentioning that, but again, I was pretty fucking young. Bin Laden was a gamer. I guess so. He spoke about a lot of things. If Hezbollah is a terrorist organization, America is a top organization. Like, with BDSM? I mean, I guess that makes sense. We do have the most degenerate pride parades. Kier's eagle-eyed. What does that even mean? I feel like this could go either way, right? I feel like this is something that a Twitch streamer or a terrorist would say. America's the best organization. I'm not sure. This one's kind of hard. I feel like it's too stupid to not be a streamer. I mean, this does sound like something you would say to chat. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Party, dude. What the f?
Hold on. Chat. I'm really confused. What am I watching? Like, right, because this one is Hassan. But who is Dollar Store Hassan in a Hassan wig and fake glasses? It's his clone. Is this double Hassan? What is happening? Kick fascism out of football? General strike now? Is this guy like a Hassan parody React streamer? Does he have a whiter brother? Those are real glasses. Is that Destiny? If it is, he's doing a very good cosplay because I can't recognize who it is. Fucking shadow clone jutsu.
Oh my God. Well, Hezbollah is a terrorist organization. Dog, if Hezbollah is a terrorist organization, then America is the top terrorist organization, which it is, by the way.
Oh God, the Dollar Store Hassan has a deeper voice even.
Wait, America is the top dog in terrorism, and so is Israel. What the?
We need to do some research on what Hezbollah does in Syria. I
don't think that's Destiny. That doesn't sound like Destiny. Who the fuck is that? Who is that? Hello, Vulcan, a lady.
There's a video from about 10 years ago of some Sunnis fleeing Syria.
Oh my God, it does sound like Ray Romano. Fuck you, chat.
Fleeing Assad, and they're in Lebanon, and they're in Hezbollah territory, and there's this woman basically screaming about how she's basically come out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Wait, he's British?
Are you talking
what?
About? No, what you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim. Okay? That's what you meant to say. What you meant to say is they're Muslim.
No.
So of course, as
they're Muslim.
It's
Yeah,
different.
yeah. Because every army actually is a terrorist organization that's Muslim. That's probably what this chatter is saying.
Okay.
This chatter thinks Egyptian army, terrorist. Moroccan army, terrorist.
True.
Emirati army, terrorist.
All the armies, they're just terrorists.
That's probably what.
I like his Hassan cosplay. That's a good bit. He's called Loner Box. He's 1 centimeter to the right of Hassan. He's also far left, but not as deranged. Oh my God. Okay. America deserves 1 million January 6th. Why, yes, I agree. We do. Then we could maybe actually do something about our ineffective government. This is a Twitch thing. That's absolutely a Twitch thing. Date mentioned Twitch. What is the context? I don't understand. Hold on. I need to click on this. Because obviously Hassan's not going to agree with me on something. So, like, why did he say this? Yeah, fuck you, Reddit. This is a 5-minute clip. What the fuck?
From Donald Trump.
Oh, God.
But I guess you could technically make the argument about like every politician on both sides. They don't give a fuck about the American people because they are completely captured by our corporations and the wealthy. Like January 6th is, you can, from the, okay, here's what it is. Here's why. Not because like J6 is a sleeper. That's not the point. The real point is because in the minds of these fucking Trump supporters and people who love Donald Trump, maybe some of them think January 6th was like a little off color. It's a little too much, but they think January 6th is patriotic. They probably know people that are arrested at January 6th. They think January 6th is a good thing. They think that it was a good thing that the gay, pedophile Democratic Party tried to steal the election and they fought back bravely. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, you can't.
I just don't understand the cognitive dissonance of people who are like, yeah, you know, it was great to go down and burn down cities for an entire summer in protest and have double laws apply to different people depending on if they were Black Lives Matter or going to Trump rallies or if they were left-wing politicians or just your average person. It was fine to have that two-tier law system. But people who are walking into the Capitol building, let through barricades by police who were peacefully protesting, that's bad. Never take your grievances to the actual politicians that you have issues with. That's terrible. Just burn down random businesses instead. Right side of history, it's showing more and more, and it's tiring. It was a mostly peaceful insurrection. You wish that Hassan just said about January 6th with true. Alas, it was the lamest glowy protest ever. I just like that little grandma is fucking burned into my brain, dude. Little grandma. Well, that's interesting. You said the Quiet Party thinks all Dems are pedophiles. I think he was quoting that the Trump supporters think that they were actually doing something to protest against what they perceive as a party full of pedophiles. I don't think that's what Hassan was saying he thinks. He was quoting his version of Trump supporters. Well, I should probably unmute my, there we go. Free Palestine from the river to the sea means Palestinians no longer live in an apartheid state and are free of the occupation and have equal rights and representation, not genocide of the Jews. I've only ever heard from the river to the sea in, like, protests. And so I think the people who are protesting are just like college students and not terrorists. So I'm gonna go with Twitch. I'm gonna go with Twitch for this. Oh, it's Hassan again. Are they just like 99% Hassan? America has done nothing for you, specifically with all of its imperial bounty. Well, that's obviously a Twitch streamer. Who else could be so tone deaf but to make money off of an American institution and then say America's done nothing for you? This has to be a Twitch streamer. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely.
With the reality that America has done nothing for you, specifically with all of its imperial bounty, so you can think, oh yeah, we can roll over one of the poorest countries on the fucking planet. Good. Congratulations. Congratulations, dumbass. You did it. You're still a pathetic loser who's not going to be able to pay rent. Your boss is going to one girlfriend that you maybe will ever be able to get, and you have no recourse whatsoever. For the rest of your life, you're going to be a pathetic little pleb who goes, that's awesome. we got it, baby. We're killing the Houthis out there.
What the
It's so
fuck?
stupid, brother. There's no way for you to ever recover from this. This is how desperate white supremacist Nazis are. You are behaving
Chat, what
in
is
the
happening?
exact same way that the jawless, chinless Iowa Nazis behave. I know I can't get a job, and I don't want to examine the material conditions. Everyone has told me that as a white man, I'm supposed to be so powerful, and none of that happens. So what must be the real problem? Oh, that's right. I'm going to go dominate black people real quick. I'm going to go act like I am superior to them. I am descendant of the Nord.
Weren't we just talking about Palestine? What is he talking about? I'm a big, strong white man and I gotta go dominate black people. What is he talking about? What is happening? Bro, he's got it ass backward. What the fuck? It's a fetish? Bro, I had some like fucking weird, like I get some weird DMs on Twitter occasionally. And like, I always open the weird ones because I have to read it about 10 times and be like, what makes a person send something like this? It's just like, man, what is he smoking and is it legal in Colorado? Absolutely not. I don't think what he's smoking is legal anywhere, dude. He's schizoing out. You are a bloodthirsty, violent pig dog. Well, this just sounds like something that would be said to Ethan Ralph, so I'm not really sure. Could be a terrorist. It sounds pretty ESL, right? So, like, my initial instinct is wanting to say terrorist, but then I could imagine people angrily saying this at Ethan Ralph, and I'm like, well, maybe it's a Twitch streamer. It's too obvious to be a terrorist. I don't know, man. That could be anyone. I'm gonna, for the ESL, I'm gonna pick terrorist. Fuck! Oh no, it took me off of the quiz. Who did this? It's fucking Hassan
The Israeli
again!
state was just like peacefully coexisting, and then these guys came in with fucking gliders out of nowhere. Don't say fuck off, dude. They didn't deserve it, you fucking idiot. My goal is solutions. Your goal is the continuation of violence. You want way more than 260 people dying. You want every single Palestinian to be fucking executed ruthlessly in the streets so that you can build another fucking theme park in Gaza.
This guy only said 3 things, none of which implied that.
You fucking baying pig. You fucking bloodthirsty, violent pig dog.
Oh my god!
Fucking baying pig. You
Oh, it's an anti-Semitic insult? Schweinehund? Interesting. I did not know that. Facing anti-Semitism is painfully familiar to Semet. Wait, what is that? What?
fucking bloodthirsty, violent pig dog.
Good lord. Good lord,
Do you
Hassan.
think the Israeli state was just like peace?
All right, well, you know, I got that one wrong. Remember when he got threatened with being banned and he freaked out? All of the industrialized countries, especially the big ones, bear responsibility for the global warming crisis. I don't think terrorists care about global warming, so this shit take had to have come from a Twitch streamer. What? What? Bin Laden talked about global warming? Bin Laden wants to blame. Oh my god, what? What? Maybe I need to read some more of Bin Laden's writings, because what the fuck? What the fuck? I love global warming now. Wait, he's an eco-terrorist? I don't know who's real anymore. Bin Laden, the environmentalist, let's fucking go. If Israel had a bubble to prevent fallout from going into their country, they would have already nuked Gaza. Why is Fallout capitalized? I don't know. That tripped me up at first too, because I was like, the video game? You guys think it's Hassan again? Oh, man. We wouldn't be so mad if it weren't so hot in the desert. Hassan for sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. Isn't this basically exactly what Asmongold said, though? Because Asmongold was like, if Palestine had the weaponry that Israel had, they'd be doing the exact same fucking thing. And isn't this more or less? Oh, I don't recognize that number. Someone who knows nothing about nukes wrote this. That's not Twitch. Oh, hell yeah. Hitler 1 versus Hitler 2.
Literal argument.
If the Iron Dome, if Israel had a bubble to prevent fallout from going into their country, they would have already nuked Gaza.
A long time.
It'd be over
Like,
already.
the only reason they don't use nuclear weapons on Gaza is because they're right next to the
Who are these communist PNG tubers? What the heck is happening here?
Gazans. And it would contaminate their
they want the
territory.
land. Yeah.
Like this is that. And you know, also I just want to say, you know, this is off field, but if we're going to talk about so-called foreign policy, if you're Iran, the absolute 100% logic is nuclear proliferation now.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the only way to ensure stability. And
I just noticed that the sun outside their window has a hammer and sickle on it too. Karl Marx in the background. I mean, there's a lot of little Easter eggs in here. Is the sun the hammer and sickle? It is. It is a hammer and sickle. All right. Well, you know, next question. I don't have a single American friend. Well, that's going to be a terrorist, obviously. Obviously a terrorist. Oh, it's the Tsarnaev brothers. Oh, the Boston bombies. They're getting a little exotic now. Second Thoughts podcast, you believe? I don't know what that is. The creation and continuation of Israel is one of the greatest crimes. I feel like this could go either way as well. Angie Salt Shaker, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you. Thank you. I wanna lean more towards terrorist because again, this sounds more like a crafted PR statement than it sounds like a Twitch streamer just talking off the cuff. I could be wrong, since apparently Hassan has some things that sound very prepared, but what if it's Hassan again? Based on them saying the creation of Israel, I'm gonna have to go with terrorist. It's our fucking boy, Osama bin Laden. What the fuck? Hassan only sounds prepared when his editors cut out the rambling. Stop calling quote-unquote them globalists, elitists, Frankists, Sabatinists, communists, deep state, Zionists, oligarchists, Rothschild bankers. Just say Jews. This is a motherfucking Twitch statement if I've ever heard one. Ain't no way. Oh, there's no clip. Oh, that makes me so sad. Where? Source clip where? Olive Gardenists? Yeah, where my fellow Olive Gardenists at? We want cheap imitation Italian, and we want it now. Was it Sneeko? I have no idea. No clip for the spiciest quote. Who said it? I don't know. There's no source down at the bottom. Usually there's a source under the next button, but this one doesn't have one. Palestine is Arab and must be liberated from the river to the sea, and all Zionists who emigrated to the land of Palestine must leave. Now, see, I want to say Twitch streamer because of from the river to the sea, but I want to say terrorist because of the way the entire sentence is structured. Right, like the one phrase makes me want to say Twitch streamer, but the entirety of the statement makes me want to say terrorist. It's a I don't know. I'm feeling terrorist on this one, chat. I'm feeling terrorist. Oh, Saddam Hussein! We got a new one! Basically, the only difference is when it sounds like internet slangy, it's Twitch. It's too diplomatically worded for Twitch. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On April 11th, 1996, the Israeli army sought to sow the seeds of division between Hezbollah and the Lebanese nation through committing massacres. It has a date, which has been attributed to Twitch streamers prior to this, but this is an old date. This is a 1996 date. So, I'm thinking also terrorist for this one. I'm thinking also terrorist for this one simply because the date is too old. And Twitch streamers wouldn't reference something that happened that long ago. I'm going with terrorist, chat. Final answer. Oh, I'm so fucking smart. It's Naim Qasim. I don't know who that is. Kirsche getting excited when a new terrorist name comes up like she's rolling gotcha. Where's my SSR terrorist? I need the SSR and the UR to defeat Hassan once and for all. Terrorist card collection game. And I support terrorism so long as it was against the United States government and against Israel. Because you are more than terrorists. You are the one who invented terrorism and using it every day. You are liars, butchers, and hypocrites. This feels like Twitch, right? Because didn't Hassan say something almost exactly like this? Didn't he say something almost exactly like this earlier in one of the other questions? I don't think Hassan would use the word butcher, though. The word butcher kind of stands out to me here and is making me pause. It's making me pause. He definitely, I don't know. I feel like using butcher is a terrorist thing. It's the use of you tells me it's Hassan. Maybe. Because Bin Laden also said that he's not mad at the American people, he is just mad at the American government. Now, look, chat, this test is making me apply logic to fucking terrorists now. Too well worded for a Twitch streamer? I don't know. I feel like this one really could go either way. But I'm gonna go Twitch. Oh no, it was Ramzi Youssef. I don't know which terrorist this is. I pulled a green tier, chat. Who is this? Says the man who killed 2,300 civilians. Terrorists have more logic than Twitch streamers. This is a 9/11 guy? Okay. Before it dies, Israel must be humiliated and degraded. I feel like this one could also go either way, but I think this is a terrorist. I think this is a terrorist who would say this. Hell yeah. In their own words, quotes by Palestinian leaders. Okay, so I don't even know who this is. Palestinian. He looks kind of like the Sargon of Akkad picture. Not Carl, not Sargon as Carl, but like the actual Sargon picture is what he looks like a little bit without the curly hair. He's probably dead. I have no idea. More like George Clooney to you. He looks like a Gerald. I have a feeling his name is probably not Gerald. The minute you start to aid the Palestinians and you stopped Israel's ethnic cleansing, you are literally going against the United States. What? The minute you start to aid the Palestinians and you stopped Israel's ethnic cleansing, ethnic cleansing, by the way, you are literally going against the United States. Yeah, I think this is Twitch. I'm gonna say Twitch. This video is private. Well, an attempt to give us the source was made. Captured suspect. Oh, Lord. US and the UK are some of the worst genocidal superpowers. All right. We have worse and not worst. So it's a little ESL here. Help. I might have to pick terrorist, right? Because if it was a Twitch streamer, it would be something said out loud, right? Pretty much every single source we've gotten for a Twitch thing has been a clip where they speak it. So anything written, therefore, has to be from a terrorist, right? So any spelling errors are either going to be from the terrorists in their writing or from whoever made this website, being ESL themselves, I guess. Terrorists wouldn't make that mistake. The world was a better place when Britain ruled the waves. I'm gonna guess terrorist. I'm wrong. No. Hassan!
In the
no!
region. This is something that I've stressed quite a bit. This is why I said, like, Iran doesn't need any extra permission to be able to, like, directly wage war with Israel at this point. That's important to understand, because getting so much popular support from the actual populations of the region spell trouble domestically for all of these individual countries. Why does the US go so far for Israel? They're a huge liability at this point because it's our military base. What do you mean? Weird takes from an American? I'm sorry, what's the weird? Awful takes as usual, brainwash. I love looking at a situation like this and being like, you know what this spells to me? America's definitely not bad. America's good, actually. If it wasn't America doing all this, if it was Russia, for example, or a foreign adversary, China, you would be losing your mind. You'd be like, we have to nuke Beijing right now.
Actually, China's been colonizing countries in Africa for the past 20 years and no one's gave a single fucking shit. No one's cared that the Chinese are going in and replacing the native populations in, like, the Congo. No one's cared that China is now breeding the African women and making the men move out of the areas. No one's cared. No one cares because it's China.
That is what you would be saying. But when America's doing it, it's like, no, actually, you don't get it, dog. This is, I'm doing profound foreign policy analysis here. Okay, let me tell you. I somehow always magically find the exact triangulated position that America is good, actually. They're trying their best. You see, two of some of the worst genocidal...
See, I feel like this is where Hassan and I could agree on something, right? He wants America to stop waging wars in these countries. I want Americans to stop dying in foreign wars in these countries. Can we just stop getting involved? Can we just not? Every time he says a word, you can feel your IQ ranking drop. Let's refer to Beijing as Peking. Peking duck! Down with the Yahood. Down with the Yahood. Okay, chat, I don't know what a Yahood is. I don't know what that is. What can someone explain to me what a Yahood is? Terrorist. Yahood is Arabic for Jew. Okay. Okay. Down with the hood. I'm in the hood, G. Terrorist word for Jew? Okay, yeah, I feel like this would be a terrorist. If it's a word I don't know and I have to ask you guys to explain it to me, probably not a Twitch streamer. What? What?
And Sneeko.
Down with the Yahood!
Oh, okay,
Down with
well.
the Yahood!
And they
Okay, that
just
makes sense.
unbanned Fresh and Fit this week. These are two of the most prolific Jew-hating creators on the entire...
That was the question earlier. Chat, you were right. It was Sneeko who said it. It was Sneeko. Is Sneeko a Twitch streamer? I'm pretty sure he's banned on Twitch, right? You thought it was gonna be... Yeah, I thought so too. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. What did Ethan do? Oh, it's Myron. Oh. Sorry. You're right. Is Myron Gaines banned on Twitch? Is he a Twitch streamer? That's Fresh and Fit, not Sneeko. Wait, what's Fresh and Fit? Fresh and Fit got rebanned in like 8 hours now? What the heck? I don't know any of these people! Myron got banned again. It's the podcast that they do? Yeah, I don't know any of these people, man. It's a dumb MG Tao pod. Oh, okay. Fresh and Fit are manosphere podcast grifters. Good lord. Myron is a gay-fed dating coach! Manosphere retard number 5345341. I guess so. Holy shit. Moving on. First it was Gaza, then it was Lebanon, next it's the rest of the world. Well, let's not get too crazy. They own America, they own Europe, they control information, porn, Hollywood, banking, and your favorite celebrity CEO. Israel is just getting started. Resist.
Skeleton.
The first sentence to me is hilarious, considering Islam's core tenet is to spread Islam as far as you can across the entire globe. That's kind of, this sounds like a Twitch streamer though. This is a Twitch streamer, man. Correct. There's no source. Is Sneeko currently banned on Twitter? Or is Myron banned on Twitter? I wonder if possibly these ones that are lacking sources were from either Myron or Sneeko, but since their Twitter might be banned, maybe it doesn't show up. Myron is not. I don't know, man. Where's the source? You said that's what I'm saying. Why do some of these not have sources? Where are my sources? Will I be doing an election night stream? I will be. I can check source code. What did he mean by this? What did he mean by this? Who the hell is Myron? Somebody I guess that I thought was Sneeko, but is not Sneeko. The hottest takes have no source. Oh my god. For its own good, America should leave Saudi Arabia. Well, I mean, true. If we left Saudi Arabia, we wouldn't have to deal with Saudi Arabia's problems. We wouldn't be spending money there. That's a terrorist. Yeah, for its own good comment, I'm gonna say it's probably a terrorist trying to make a threat. Oh yeah. Oh, it's Osama bin Laden. I feel like he's not a very rare terrorist. Sneeko got banned from Kick, Twitch, and YouTube all within 48 hours. Oh shit. That's kind of nuts. Osama bin Goonin. United States should be held responsible at the end of the day for 9/11 the way that people say Israel should be held responsible for the attack on October 7th. What? Like, unless you are genuinely like all in on the jet fuel cannot melt steel beams, George Bush did something to make 9/11 happen, right? Like, unless you are full blown on that train, I can't understand what would make you say this. So this has to be a Twitch streamer.
The United States should be held responsible at the end of the day for 9/11, the same way that people say Israel should be held responsible for the attack on October 7th.
Look, I know Ethan's kind of crazy, but like, look at his fucking expression. His fucking face, dude. That is a perfect reaction emote for like, bitch, really? Actively losing brain cells.
Why do people say that? They say that because Israel knew about the threat. They knew like a lot of information about it. They knew how many people it was going to be. They knew what weapons they were going to have. They even knew what time and day it was supposed to happen.
So you could only say behind a computer. That makes it even better that she is watching their video and her pause caused him to have that face while she is saying this nonsense. That is perfect. Wasn't she the one that put a bounty on Grums? Was she? If so, damn, this lady crazy.
Because I think publicly on the official record, they say that they didn't think it was a serious concern. But in my opinion, I think most people agree that it's what Netanyahu wanted, because it would justify his bombarding of Gaza.
What the fuck? What the heck? Man. On Asman too? Imagine trying to put a bounty on Asman, dude. You'd get poison damage to death before you even made it into his house. Soul on the Ledge, thank you for the 50 Rs. What's the Twitch channel name of the dude with the headdress and the robe? I have literally no idea what you're talking about. Because she knew the grape was coming, it was her fault. What the fuck? Why is my Geiger counter screaming when you enter Asman's house? America deserved 9... Well, this is a Twitch streamer. As obviously a Twitch streamer. Who the fuck is that?
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it. We fucking totally brought it on ourselves, dude. Holy shit. We did. We fucking did.
Said America deserved 9/11.
Oh, I've seen that clip.
Oh.
Everyone's seen that clip at this point. I mean, that shit went on Fox News. I remember being fucking terrified. Like, immediately, Keemstar elevated it. Then, people clipped it out. Keemstar escalated it. It just elevated it, put it out there, broad daylight. And in a span of 24 hours, it was on Fox News. It made it to Tucker Carlson. It made it to Laura Ingraham. Laura Ingraham was calling Dan Crenshaw in.
Oh my God.
To respond to it.
Oh my God. Hold on. Speaking of, oh my God, how did you guys already make that Ethan into an emote? Holy shit. You're so fucking fast. I missed the me several minutes ago and I didn't know about this. Back to Osama bin Gotcha, the hottest new gotcha game on the market. Tanks, drones, and snipers against a decapitated man wielding a stick. The perfect visual representation of this war, cowards operating the world's most advanced military equipment versus the sheer will of human spirit. If he was decapitated, how was he still wielding a stick? And why were the tanks, drones, and snipers all focused on an already decapitated man? Is that a typo for wielding? Yeah. Pretentious Twitcher. It's probably a Twitch person. Is it Hassan again? Is it Oops All Hassan? No, this one doesn't have a source either. Fuck! This one's also missing a source. Those who elected Hamas in Palestine did so on the basis of its political platform. Pray tell, what is the political platform of a terrorist organization? Press F11 or 12 for source. I'm not looking for the source code. I'm looking for below. Well, I guess. Hold on. I'm gonna say terrorist for this one. I feel like this is something a terrorist would say, right? And I'm correct. I'm fucking nuts. Yeah. So see down here, it'll have a link, and then sometimes a picture of the person, or for the Twitch streamers, it's been having clips. Some of them are missing that. The source is in the code. The embed is just failing. Oh. I probably shouldn't dick around with something I don't understand how to use while I'm on the stream, though. I don't want to accidentally fuck myself somehow. Hassan's the pseudo-intellectual version of Johnny Somali. Jesus Christ. And to open jars. True. True and real. It's not even anything like they do. Just seems to happen to them. Oh my God. Only after a apparently vigorous spanking. Israel only responds to violence. Israel only backs away to violence when they are forced to back away. I feel like this one could go either way, right? I feel like this would be something silly said by a Twitch streamer as well as something seriously said by a terrorist. This is both. I feel like this is very, very 50-50 toss-up here. Sounds like a terrorist to you, but you don't know who. If I click on this terrorist button and it shows me Hassan again, I'm going to be really upset. This is a terrorist. Ah! Why? Why is it always this man?
Okay. Israel only backs away when they are forced to back away through violent retaliation. I think there was a terror attack as well. Like there was I think like a shooting attack inside of Israel as well. I don't know if it was in coordination. It probably was in coordination with the bombings. Ultimately, what's going to happen is because Israel only responds to force with more escalation, but only backs away when they fear that there are real repercussions for Israel. That's what they've educated the entire region on. So that's why these things are happening. They can only get away with this. They can only get away with like further and further escalating when they have this security, when they have the Iron Dome, when they have the confidence that like the regional actors, no matter how they retaliate, Israel will be able to.
I like how he says Iron Dome. They have the Iron Dome. I got to start remembering to say it like that. It's the cat food. They do kind of look like cat food containers. I was like, what the heck is over there? What the heck is that? When will Hassan fight the Candyman? I could only hope that happens in my lifetime. I'm just like, bro, bro, my mother's ex-Aryan Brotherhood, he's her ex-boyfriend, he's not ex-Aryan Brotherhood, with multiple swastika tattoos, wishes he could talk on a platform about his hatred of the Jews this openly. Like, I'm just like, what kind of universe am I living in? Where this is just openly being said on Twitch. Without the Iron Dome, every country hostile to Israel around them would not exist. Hassan's next guest. Yeah, my mom's ex-boyfriend can tell Hassan all about exploding meth labs and Odin runes. Good fucking God. If they're Muslims, they call them terrorists. If they're white, they call them mentally ill. If they're Israel, they call them our greatest ally. This sounds like a Sneeko quote, so I'm gonna go Twitch. No source. Again, unlucky. It sounds like Sneeko, though. It sounds like something Sneeko would say. Your World War II German soldier grandpa is less racist than Hassan. That was a Sneeko tweet, you're right. Oh, is he banned on Twitter right now? When is Hassan going to get an iPack handler like Kanye? Do we just assume all broken Twitch links are Sneeko? I mean, maybe. That could be what it is. We had one missing link earlier that was that other guy quote. I've already forgotten his fucking name. The execution that we will carry out on all Zionists. Photo of a man dead on a pike, okay? That's probably a terrorist, right? Because, like, it's against TOS to show a man dead on a pike. So I was like, yeah, correct. Well, it's both. Oh, it's this fucking guy. Oh, he streamed it on YouTube. That explains how he got away with showing a dead body. What? What just happened? Why did I just get bad girled when I'm talking about a terrorist? What the fuck? Thank you, Nim. Jesus Christ.
You're getting a vigorous spanking because you've been a bad girl.
Thank you, Tucker Carlson. What would we do without you? Every take. That new alert is gonna haunt me. I'm gonna like lose my train of thought whenever that new alert pops up, dude. Ain't no way. Thank you, Nim. Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America, but as soon as it happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong. Is this another form of liberals get the bullet too? So this is a Twitch streamer that said this, right? Right? No caps on America. Some dumbass's tweet. Twitch. All right, so this is also probably Sneeko or that other guy since the embed is not working. That's Frogan. Oh, is it Frogan? So it's literally just all Twitter embeds that are broken for me for some reason. Thanks, Edge, you piece of shit browser. Am I playing the Gapesy? What the fuck is a Gapesy? Like, the way that you've spelled it makes me think of gay gaping, but like, why would you give it a cutesy nickname? The what now? Foxu not using Firefox. Entirely your fault for using Edge. Look, God, I get scared by everything. I think this is Edge. It might not be. I'm pretty sure this is Edge. Is this what Zoomers do? What the fuck? Oh, it is a Frogan tweet. God damn. Repo side, thank you for the 5 gift subs, my dude. Thank you. Twitch or terrorist? Is there a both? A couple of times it's been like, correct, but both. Who uses Edge? Look, I have my reasons for needing to use it right now, chat. It's our territorial boundary, and we're gonna enforce it. Yeah! Hell, until you stop doing genocide. Our territorial border, we're gonna enforce it. Stop doing genocide, ESL. This is a terrorist. This is a what? What?
We have the here it is.
Is it Rust?
Bro, they fucking look at this. They got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter with the Yemen flag. They fucking overtake. They start overtaking the ships. And they're like, guess what, dog? No more trade to Israel. If you're an Israeli, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation, or if you are actually sending ships to the Israeli port of, it's not Eilat, it's the other one that is now bankrupt. But what was the other port? Haifa, right? Is it Haifa? Is Haifa the bankrupt one? Anyway, there's a lot of information. I can't recall all of it. But they go, if you are sending ships into Israel, if you are owned by an Israeli subsidiary, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation, we're going to take over your ship. You cannot fucking use this trade route anymore. Guess what, bitch? It's our fucking territorial boundary, and we're going to enforce this until you stop doing genocide in Gaza. Because they say it. They're like, listen, we don't like you. We're not a fan of you. Okay?
So this is like a third party.
What the heck?
Yeah, this is a group of people that are like, no, we care about the Palestinians. We don't want you bombing them. So we're going to fucking take action. And we're going to try to punish you economically to the best of our ability. And by God, they started doing that, and they were doing it real well. So they started taking over these ships. They started targeting the ships. If you pass through, they communicate with you. They're like, hey, where are you going? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. If you're trying to get in there, we're going to fucking bomb you.
Are there people on this helicopter right now?
Yes. What do you mean? Of course there are people on this helicopter. What do you think, is a fucking drone?
Kind of, from this angle.
Didn't he call it a drone at the beginning?
On this helicopter.
So this is like a hostile. They're streaming this?
Yeah. Yeah. They're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand.
They're flexing. They're coming in hot with guns. How are you looking at a real life war conflict zone and using that terminology? Oh boy, dude.
This is a deterrence, right? So like their goal is to film it and show it to the world. So like other companies that don't want to risk having this happen to their product, having this happen to their ships, literally are like, okay, we're not going to use the trade route anymore. All of a sudden, if you don't use the trade route, trade gets more expensive for the West. All of a sudden, if you can't use that trade route, the Israeli port is going to get bankrupt. Israel is not going to be able to get the materials in time that they need for waging their war. Israeli society is going to start getting upset. They're going to be like, I can't get my treats. I can't get my Amazon Prime deliveries. What the fuck is going on?
I can't get my
Israel
treats,
sucks. I'm leaving
bro.
Israel. That's the goal.
What the heck? I'm just saying, if you're gonna live stream trying to commandeer a ship on a trade route like you're some sort of modern day pirate, I would watch a show trying to teach Twitch thoughts to do that. You still don't see how he's not banned? I'm almost at the end of this Twitch or terrorist game, and the only conclusion I can really come to here is that Hassan is basically a terrorist propaganda channel. Just the things that he says in order to defend terrorist groups is just like, man, baby, what is you doing? Anyone that acts like this is about Hamas, and Hamas is not simply used as a justification for whatever actions Israel wants to take, death and destruction in Gaza, is the funniest simpleton. This is about Hamas, and Hamas is not simply used as a justification for whatever actions Israel wants to take. What? This sounds too brain damaged. Again, I'm not trying to make terrorists sound intelligent, because, I'm not. But this sounds like it would come from a Twitch streamer. I'm correct, unfortunately. Fuck, dude. I like how even on the embed of this video, there's a thing here that, is explaining the Holocaust for some reason.
I'm travelers. Anyone that acts like this is about Hamas, and Hamas is not simply used as a justification for whatever actions Israel wants to take, death and destruction in Gaza, is the funniest simpleton of all time. Every single Palestinian is quote unquote Hamas, both literally and figuratively. Every single Palestinian that doesn't want to exist under a brutal Israeli apartheid occupation that is currently conducting genocide is technically Hamas in the sense that they are, exhibiting the worst qualities of Hamas, which is not wanting to live under Israeli sovereignty.
Now, I don't know all the ins and outs of everything that's going on there, right? But if we're going to get mad at Asmongold for saying that he doesn't care what happens to terrorists, and people are like, but not everyone in Palestine is a terrorist, Asmongold, and he has to apologize for that. Yet Hassan is here being like, no, actually, everyone in Palestine is Hamas. How am I supposed to interpret that exactly? Is this game just a Hassan or a terrorist? That seems like it, man. Boy, you love the taste of these double standards, truly. We are honest because of our Islamic background, and we are the only group that's actually resisting against the Israeli apartheid. Okay, well, I know what taqiya is, so this first sentence is already press X. They mention we, so that makes me want to say terrorist, but also they mention apartheid, so I kind of want to say Twitch. I feel like this is going to be a terrorist, but because of the apartheid, and we haven't seen a single terrorist quote say apartheid yet, help. Twitch. Hey, Asmongold.
Came in and we're like, we're Muslims. We love Islam. We are honest because of our Islamic background, and we are the only group that is actually resisting against the Israeli apartheid. We are going to run a anti-corruption campaign, which is what they did. And just like the prediction of the Fatah Party, which is a secular party, which is the part of the Palestinian Authority, they were right. Did win. Then America said, let's do a coup d'etat. Take over the Strip regardless. Actually won that battle, and basically the rest is history. They have, been the de facto government.
Don't you think the fact they won the vote matters?
Oh boy. All those yellow ad breaks. Yeah, that's kind of nuts. That's a lot of ad breaks. That's a lot of ads. Honest, they try to keep translated Qurans out of circulation. Why do this? What's in there? I don't know. 3 hours, is it? I guess it is 3 hours. Man. So long as there is imperialism in the world, a permanent peace is impossible. This sounds like a terrorist. This sounds like what a terrorist would say. This sounds like what a terrorist would say, especially because if they are trying to procure the entirety of the world under one Islamic government, I don't know if they really have much room to complain about imperialism, so I'm gonna say terrorist. Oh, I'm so fucking smart. It's Hassan Nasrallah once again. You guys said this guy's dead. He's a dead terrorist. You bet 69. That's a lot of cats. That's a lot of cats. The only solution is a Palestinian state from the river to the sea. Twitch streamer. Wrong. Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this guy? It just says from Wikipedia. The only good kind of terrorist. True. It's the same guy. Oh, it's the same guy, just different picture. How could they do this to me? How could they give me a new picture of the same guy? There are no innocents in an invasion. All those who colonize other people's lands share guilt. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. What did they mean by this? Probably Twitch. I feel like this has to be a Twitch streamer because they wouldn't understand that by their own admission, not all colonizers would be European. I'm wrong. Anders Breivik! Oh, chat. I was Anders Breivik once. Back when Paragon still existed, I make Smurf accounts so I can learn to play other roles that I'm not good at. And so my Smurf in Paragon was called Anders Breivik. And I got reported enough times that I got an email from Epic saying that my name is considered offensive, and that they want me to change my name to something not offensive. So because I couldn't be a commie-hating terrorist, I decided to rename my Smurf to Umkhonto ve Sizwe, which was the militant arm of Nelson Mandela's propaganda government that would go around and murder his political opponents. And I had that name until the day Paragon shut down. So I was like, if you can't let me be a commie-hating terrorist, I'll just be a black supremacist commie organization. How about them apples? That's the good kind. Jesus, funny thing, you telling Pippa that was the first time you saw me. Jesus Christ. I had to explain something recently, and I can't remember what it was, but it was really funny. Maybe I'll remember soon. Anders Breivik legally changed his name to Fjotolf Hansen? Why? That's a terrible name. Forget cooking with naming like that. The kitchen needs to be nailed shut. Jesus. His history has been heavily whitewashed. He killed a lot of people. Nelson Mandela? Yeah. Oh, man. Reminds you of Asmon's Free Hong Kong guild name. Things you learned today. Nelson Mandela, political death squad. Yeah, learning about Umkhonto ve Sizwe is fascinating, honestly. He had people do that for him so he could keep his rep as a nice guy. Yeah! And we had politicians in America go to that fucking guy's funeral. That kind of blew my mind when that happened, right? Because it's like, at this point in time, I knew a lot about Nelson Mandela. And so I was like, why would any American politicians go to his funeral? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why do we have a statue to Nelson Mandela in our country? That don't make no goddamn sense. That's a little weird. He was a typical commie piece of shit. His wife was at the center of it. Oh. Let's search up the car bombings that killed children brought to you by Mandela. Yep. Crazy how people romanticize people like Mandela and Guevara. Yeah, I agree. That's kind of nuts. It's like Gandhi. Everyone loses them until they actually look into them. What? Oh, loves them? I was like, what the heck? America has a Mandela statue. Yeah, I can't remember where it is. I think it might be in Washington State. But it's been quite a few years since I needed to look up the Mandela statue. Check out Count Dankula's video on Francisco Ngema. It's wild. I have not. I was not expecting to see fucking Anders Breivik in here. Goddamn. The Zionist attempts to transmit dangerous diseases like AIDS through exports to Arab countries. AIDS doesn't come from having gay sex. It's the Jews. This has to be Twitch. There's no way. It was wrong? A terrorist said that? Oh my god. That's crazy. But I got 36 correct. I feel like I'm pretty good at the game of guessing is it a Twitch streamer or a terrorist. I'm pretty good at this. Oh my god. Still passed with a D. What do you mean with a D? I got most of the questions right. Machiavelli stated that you should avoid cruelties. If you use them, do them all at once and early so people forget. Obama simply had other people do horrible things while he keeps his rep clean. Today you learned where he learned that from. You heard a new thing that's profoundly stupid. You're welcome. You're welcome. The Nelson Mandela statue is in D.C. outside of the South Africa Embassy. Thank you. Thank you, Chaplain. I was incorrect about which Washington it was, but it was a Washington. Oh my god. Just to remember, nothing is too stupid or craven for a Twitch streamer to say, yeah! Yeah, that's right! Fuck them! Let's talk about worm sounding.